Greetings, technology enthusiasts. I am Chandrahas and I am delighted to be here with you representing CyberBrainer. Do you not believe that the technology sector is advancing at an unprecedented rate, making this an opportune moment to acquire the skills that will facilitate your progress? With CyberBrainer, we are empowering you to take control of your own future. At CyberBrainer, we do not merely impart your interests. We assert that information is power, yet it is the application of knowledge that distinguishes you. Our courses are meant to equip you with essential skills, whether you are pursuing data science, understanding artificial intelligence, or delving into cybersecurity. Let us commence the session and seize the future today. Thank you.
We have an integration site. We have two types. One is connectors and another is services. Connectors are like we will send a request and the opposite system will give us a response. We have two types. One is connectors and another thing is services. Now we are discussing about connectors. Connectors are like we will send the request. Like we will ask some data. The external system will send us the response. In case of services, external system will ask our system the data. We will send them the response. Now, in case of connectors and services, we will use two types of integrations. These are the types of services. We have two things like connectors and services. But to configure these things, two systems has to connect together. Right. For system and external system. Now to actually communicate between these two systems, there are two types of languages you can think. There are two types of languages. Those are not long languages, but those are methods. One is in REST integration and another thing is a SOAP integration. You can use connect REST or connect SOAP to actually send a request from our system and to get the response from other system. Similarly, in case of services, you can use service REST or service SOAP. In case of connectors, we can use either connect REST or connect SOAP. Similarly, if you are configuring a services, you can use either service REST or service SOAP. Now totally you have 4 types of configurations. Right. In that 4 types, most popular thing is a connect REST. We will use connect REST integration because connect REST supports both XML and JSON formats. What is XML and JSON is like whenever you are exchanging a data, like the medium they are communicating is like XL. You can search in the Google sample XML and sample JSON formats. Come down. Go to the top, right there. You click on the first. Your view sample XML file is there. See, this is how XML file looks like. In a to from heading body is there, like that. In case of JSON, if you go and search for sample JSON, see JSON how is looking? JSON is looking in a form of braces and quotations. First thing is property. Name is a property. John is a date. Like that. Now connect REST can use both XML and JSON. There are differences between connect and SOAP integration. There are advantages for connect and disadvantages also similar to the SOAP also. Based on a situation, we will use either REST integration or SOAP integration. Most of the time nowadays, all are using REST integration. Now connect. REST means we have to connect with other system. Right? We need to integrate with other system. Correct. How to integrate? First of all, we need an endpoint URL. We need some URL. We need some address to connect. You can search for sample connect REST. You can click on 1 second. Come down. No. Go back. This is not a good site. Go back. Here you can click on the configure. On the top, you have configured it. How to create a connect REST, I'm telling. You can click on the configure. Configure integration. Connectors. Connect REST integration. From where we are creating, it is called a bizarre. While creating a connect REST rules, we can use either wizards or else we can create them individually. What is the advantage? I'll tell you. Whenever you are creating through wizard, what will happen whenever you are creating through wizard? It will create all the rule types it requires. It requires a rule types for data transforms. It requires data pages. It requires some properties. It requires and some, and the connector is truly trick, which you can take a note. Like what are the rules it will create. Whenever you use this, it actually, whenever you use a wizard, it will create. It will create connect REST rule. It will create data transforms, request and response data transforms. It will create a data page. It will create a properties. It will create integration classes. It will create integration rule sets. And integration rule sets, if you are using this wizard, the system will take care of all these things, creation. If you are not using the wizard, what will happen? You have to create all these rules individually. That whatever will happen, sometimes you will make some mistake. You can individually create data, transforms data. Transform is a rule only. You can individually create the properties. Whatever the property you require, you can create. But if you do, what will happen? You might do some mistakes. It is a very complex task to create individual things. All the people will use wizard only. Here you see, it is asking for name, right? You can use some name. You can give not your name, the Connect REST API name. Suppose you are using a REST integration for weather API. You are checking the weather information. You can give a name like weather info, something like that. And you are only the connect REST URL which the clients will provide in real time. The organization clients will be there, right? The business will provide you the URL to which you have to integrate with. Click on next. All the things will be provided by business. Whenever you're working in your organization, these are a lot. You have to get an authentication link. This is a free API. There is no authentication here. But whenever you're working in real-time a client project, they will provide all these things. And they will provide authentication. They will provide, you have to configure it here. Click on next. Now here they're asking what is the method. Method is get a post put to delete. You are getting a data from external system, right? It is a get method. If you're sending any data, it will be something like post method. Like delete is like if you're deleting anything or modifying anything in an external system, it's like delete. You can give the same. Click on back button. Once change the API name from, click, keep the name as a cat fact. You enter the name here as some cat facts or something. And now you go click on Mac. It's got it. You have to remove the errors and current to page that it will go back. The climate info, you change the name. Click on next. Now again, click on next. Here it is. You saw here it is asking for sample REST response. Sample REST response. It is asking right in a real time also, you will. They will give you a sample request and sample response. Actually, they will provide you one PDF where you will get all the information. Click on the add REST response. If I add resource path parameters is for here. Click on run, click on run. You are getting the response right now. This is a connector integration where you will send a request. You will just send a request, right? I need a data, some data. Suppose if you are sending your other number as a request, they will send you some details. Suppose in case of weather application, you will send a request like what request you will send. You will send a request like pin code or zip code, something you will send based on that pin code. It will provide you the response whether the climate is, how the climate is. But in case of cat fact application, there is no request is needed. Just if you hit the service, you will get the response because this is just a fact information, right? Now this is a response. If the response code is 200, then that is a successful response. You can see the code is 200, right? If the response code is 200, then that is a successful. Then there is all successful response. You can click on submit here. See, now we got a sample file from that file. Is it a JSON format, right? Then it gets, and right, you can click on that file again. View, this is a JSON format, right? This is not XML format. You are getting a response in a JSON format. This response is two properties, that fact and length. Correct now. Pega itself will identify the properties fact and length, and it will create those properties in the system by itself. If you are using a wizard, it will take care of everything. If you are not using a wizard, then you have to create it on your own. You understood? It will create. You have to create in that integration classes. Now it will create an integration class also in that class. It will create the class in the sense. Class is a table, right? It will create those tables and all in the background on its own. Just click on submit and go to the next screen, or you can close it on the top you have into mark. Click on select the next screen, or you can click on the next screen, click on next. We are in the final step. Now we are in the third step. Now we are going to fourth step. Here you see the integration layer is cat fact parent class. You see it is creating int class. And connector name is cat fact and the rule set. You see rule set is cat fact. It is creating. You see the rules that cut under context. You have ours, right? Rules that it is creating on its own come down. If you do here, if you select skip, you have selected skip, I'll do it later. Then you have to create all these things on your own. Generally, that is not a recommendable thing for a beginner. They will skip it sometimes if there is a lot of customization involved. But 9% of the things we should not skip it. You just select this only. In fact, some random name it is giving. But you just remove that. You give Goggled data Cat5. You remove that entire thing. You just search for Goggled. First one you can select Goggled or else you can select fifth one. Goggled data. No, the top one. That one you can see. We have to look into each and every field here. Everything has to be related to our application. It should not give some random names. And you see the data page. We saw the data pages in one session, right? Data page underscore cat fact it is getting created. Now, if you click on create, it will create all those things. Whatever it will create a data page. It will create that data type it will create. And on the top it will create the rule set. It will create the connector name. It will create the class. And it will create a request and response data transforms also. The wizard will take care of all the necessary rules creation. You need not create each and every rule individually. You have to remember the data page name. What is the data page name? Data page name is d underscore cat fact, right? Data page name is d underscore cat fact, right? You can remember also simple, only right. You just click on create. If you see, generally people will take screenshots at each and every step whenever they're configuring this type of things. If you click on create, system will create all those things. All those rules it will create. See how many records it was created. 18 records means 18 rule. It has created in the background instead of we doing it. It has reduced the huge task, right? If you want to create 18 rules and you have to integrate, you have to check where you have to create, how to create everything. Instead of that, system is taking care. Now you can click on close. This ID is completed. Here you can click on close and you search for the D page. Click on close. And search for the D page on the top, D underscore cat fact. D underscore cat fact. You can see the source of it to D page now. Just open this data page and see the source. Come down and see the source. See, the source is connected, right? And the type is REST integration and the connector name is catfact. You can open that catfact. Click on the crosshair icon. You can click on the crosshair icon beside catfact. Just open that rule. Catfact. This is a connect REST rule. Click there. You can see the top. You see the rule name is there. That is connect REST, right? The connect REST. And you see the resource path. The resource on the top. Only resource path is a URL which you have given, right? You understood. How the system has taken care of everything created through Wizard, or else these things are all you have to configure manually. That is a very hectic task. Something will go wrong. And go to the data page. You can click on actions and run. Data page is there, right? The data page. Fact you can remove. Nothing input is required. Just remove the fact. It will still. Click on run once. I think we shouldn't select that fact parameter. We have checked one checkbox. It is starting. We are getting error. Because we are getting error, it is like no input is required. Go. Just refresh. Or just close and open the run window again. Close this window. Open again. Actions and run. You click on run directly. Now before clicking on run, you just select that flush. Keep that fact like that only. And select that flush. Now you run it. Now we are getting it. Right. The report has most widespread of big cats. Now we are getting it. Right. This is the result. Right. Now let's trace it. I'll show you how to debug. Now we are getting the data on data page. Right. We can show the data on somewhere else. On screen you can show. The troll configuration we will not do now. You are getting a data. Now let's debug. How to debug? Let's see. Because debugging is important, right? Click on trace. Open the settings of a tracer. Come down. Go to the top. 1 second. You select the services is there, right? You select that services checkbox. You can remove the queue processing. Queue processing is not required. And then go to the top. Now come down. Those are all things you always keep. Don't remove those things. Come down. Whatever the rules you are tracing, whatever the thing you are tracing, if you didn't select the services here, it will not trace connect REST part. If you are tracing report definitions, you have to select a DB query is there, a DB query indication. Those things you have. If you are tracing a flow, you have to select a flow here. You might ask, right? Why can't we select all and keep it like that? If you selected all, what happens? The tracer will link it. Then we have to analyze everything, whatever the required. You just select here that we will only analyze those things, right? Suppose there is some error coming in activity. Why do you check the DB cache, DB query flows and all? We can only check the activities, right? If you have selected everything here, what will happen? The size of a tracer increases and the analysis will become difficult. Click on the top, you can remove the break. On the top, you can remove. Break conditions is there, right? Exception you can remove. Now you can click on services you have selected. Now go and click on Run in a Data page. You select the flush. You have to always click on flush. Flush is it will get the fresh data. Rough. Tracer is tracing right. Just check. You open the tracer. Tracer is getting traced. Not from here. You have already opened one tracer, right? Pause it. You have completed the tracing. Pause it. Now you see here. We are tracing it every time. You remember this thing blindly. Everyone. For connect rest, the request and response will be present on it. There is one page remove. Page remove. 453. That page is there, right? On step number 89. There is one page remove and there is one page write. All the connect rest, you have to click on the top. That page D311 is there, right? You have to click on that page. On that page, you can see the request and response every time. You remember it blindly. For connect rest, you have to click there to see the request and response. You maximize this window. You can see here the request and the response gate, fact and length. And you can see the response code is 200. If you are tracing a connect rest integration, then if you are facing some error, then you have to come to here, hit this page, and you have to see the response. What response you are getting. Whether we are getting internal server error or any 404 status, you are getting 200 here, right? If you are getting any error, you will get 400 like that. Now close that. Close this one. And clear the tracer. And run the tracer. You clear the tracer. Play the tracer. Play the tracer. Click on play. Go to your data page and run the data page. By removing the fact, you are getting error right. Let's see how it behaves in the tracer. Action and run it. And you remove the fact there. Fact is there. You remove that and flush the data page. Now you will get the error. Let's see. The tracer is already there. Now go and check in the tracer. You have got some error, right? Let's see how it is there in the tracer. Pause the tracer. Directly go and check on page remove. I need to be without pause. But better to pause and open, because if you are, it is playing. The system will stuck sometimes. Just open the page remove. See the response. What you are getting? See the response you got. PUI error page you got right now. You understood? You got some error, right? Inbound mapping exception. Exception occur where mapping. Incoming response to. Responser get correct. Here you are getting response code as 200 for every response code. There will be some meaning. You will get like 4 error, Fatric, FIDE. For every response code, there will be one error, meaning that they will share with you in the document. Here I think everything. You are getting 200 only, but in real time, you will get error codes based on the code you have to. You understand. See how you are getting on. You are getting error page right. And actually the response. You are not getting anything. You saw responses, nothing is there, and close this one. You understood it. Where to check while debugging? Under that, fail is there, red color fail. You can also click there. There also, you can see the red color. Click there. You can see some information there also. Come down. The message is there. Come down. You understood it. How to trace a connector, as you have to check the services in the tracer. First of all, and you have to try, you have to go and check in that page. Remove every connectorist will be having that particular page only, like some dynamic page. It is called a data source page. That is a dynamic page. It will generate every time. And that page will only visible in the tracer. That page will not be present in clipboard and all. The activities data transforms you. It will trace automatically on the top. It is already checked and it will come. If you want to trace any other rules, you need to check there in the tracer. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.